And now, the show you've been waiting for. From Channels TV's global headquarters, it's The Other News. And here's your host, Okey.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, roses may be red and violets may be blue, but this is The Other News. So we say bienvenue. Yes, on a welcome. Tonight's episode promises to be bing. My guest has served as a senator and a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's also a genuine Nigerian prince. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Adeseye Ogunlewe is in the building. Yeah. Also on the show, our special correspondent, Binta Bhadmus, will be dazzling us with some rare insights. All that and more. But first, as always, is The Other News headlines. Spokesperson for the APC presidential campaign in 2019, Festus Kenyamo, has revealed that the president and governors do not need a WAEC certificate to hold political office in Nigeria.
If you have, occupied public office for a reasonable, length of time, by the provisions of the Constitution, you do not even need a WAEC certificate to also become president of Nigeria.
Yeah, which automatically means you don't necessarily need to go to law school to become a lawyer. Make sense? Yeah. See, I agree completely. After all, who book help? Last. I mean, their monthly salary is 5 years' salary of some of us that went to school. So hashtag no school, certificate, more money. To bring back our girls' BBOG group are demanding the release of the remaining Chibok girls as they mark the 5th anniversary of the abduction of the girls by Boko Haram. First, it was Chibok, then Dapchi. The JTF should extend Operation Lafiya Dole to any town that has Chi in it, like Auchi, Bauchi, or even Chicago. Yes, I mean, because this is a serious matter, a very, very serious matter. If these girls were footballers, 5 years is enough time for them to graduate from Super Falconets to Super Falcons. If they were slave princesses, they would have been slave queens. If they were Nigerian doctors, by now, they don't go Canada. You see, with the way things are going, this thing will soon change, from bring back our girls to bring back our women. No more girls, yes. Anyway, but don't worry about it. Government will not let that happen. Yeah, our competent government, they cannot let that happen. Now to other matters.
And in Algeria, following weeks of protests against his leadership, President Abdelaziz Bouteflika will be stepping down before his mandate expires on April 28th.
Thousands of protesters in Sudan remain on the streets in the capital, Khartoum, ignoring a curfew declared by the military.
And the moral lesson is, there's power in numbers.
After 3 decades under autocratic rule, they don't want to spend the next 2 years being governed by the army.
No, I take that back. There's obonge power in numbers. Try, see flexing. But then get mind though. In some countries, if you try that one, you know the consequence. Anyway, now for those countries, Sha. Thankfully, in Nigeria, we serve with Sabi flags.
Solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong.
Our flexing can also get results.
There has never been a time, and I say that without any fear of contradistinction, that federal government gave ASU a dime.
Anyway, ASU is still learning work. Oyajo should show these people that we serve, we are their senior in the area of peaceful protests.
How many workers government go sell you? How many workers government go sell?
Well, it be like say this power in numbers thing, they work for Nigeria, a whole giant of Africa. Where down? Well, see how other countries are flexing. And see our own. Why must our own be different every time? Is it because Nigeria protesting is complicated.
On the second day of the march, one of the protesters sustained injuries after police tried to disperse them.
By violating my fundamental right to freedom of movement and association.
Hey, see, auntie. Okay, maybe we are using too much strong face in our own. Maybe that's why it's not working out. Because in their own, they bring groove to it. You see people. See people. Okay, it could be that after using energy to protest on social media, some issues pop up.
I therefore announce the cancellation of the planned protest.
Well, this is unfortunate because we used to be very effective in the protest industry. In 1929, there was the very, very, very successful Aba Women's Riot. In 1978, students successfully protested a 50-kobo increase in the price of food. 50 kobo, and it was during military era. So this one is not a Niger problem. It is a Niger of nowadays problem. Because nowadays, we are putting our numbers and zeal to very good use. See what hunger and unemployment has done to us. I have a good idea. Next time we do our peaceful protest, I repeat, peaceful protest against injustice and corruption, bags of rice go day. You know now, to help our ginger, correct our wambe. In fact, protest wambe, Or maybe we can organize protest at the same time and venue as Big Brother Niger auditions. Yes, the numbers will be there. It will be turned up. So from the audition, you can enter the protest. Or even do a protest promo. The last 10 to 15 people at protest can get automatic entry into the Big Brother house. Young people like that kind of thing. Maybe this way, we the people, we hold our leaders accountable. Last, peaceful protests can be a tool for change if we want it. So, do you want electricity, good infrastructure, roads, and better education? Or do you just want to eat? Yeah. Tweet at the WAEC TV with the hashtag what we want and tell us some of the things that is worth peacefully protesting for. We're waiting. Yeah, it is no secret that Nigerian politicians are very nice, especially when it comes to the words that they say. That said, here is a segment we like to call Politicians Say Nice Things. Enjoy it.
I want to start by saying I am utterly disappointed in my president. I am completely in shock that in a democratic setting, a president will speak with the anointing of Idi Amin Dada of Uganda.
With Nigeria. Somehow we're expecting the hand of God to fix things. But count the costs. Nigeria is the most miserable place to live on the planet Earth right now. Well, that is a cost.
It is an exercise in futility. The opposition is on a journey to nowhere.
We welcome international observers. We invited them, okay? And we want them to be part of the process. I will protect them. But they are here to observe. They are not here to intervene. They are not here to provide the foundation for crisis in Nigeria, which is what the PDP has been preparing for. It is their ultimate last option, and we are all aware of it.
I don't understand. I don't think El-Rufai knows the import of what body bags is. That is not just a reckless statement. It also, exposes the morbid fear of the APC in confronting this election and guaranteeing a credible, free, and fair context.
I just heard from media reports that I've been suspended from the party. I think Adams is seeking for relevance and seeking for attention. He doesn't have such powers to remove somebody without following the due process. And if he's joking, which I think he is, I also have decided to sack him myself. So I'll sack him from the party.
We are the only party in Lagos. The rest are repeater stations. They come every 4 years and they go back in again, like crabs.
He's a man who has represented the Lagos East Senatorial District, served as Minister of Works. He has played an active role in Nigerian politics for over 2 decades. Joining us today is Senator Adeseye Ogunlewe. Please, a round of applause as he comes in. Well, welcome, distinguished Senator, sir.
Thank you.
Good to have you, sir.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Yeah. What would you say inspired you to go into politics, sir?
It was accidental. You know, I worked in Lagos State for about 35 years.
Wow.
I started as a clerk in 1965, and I grew up to be a permanent secretary in 1986. I was lucky to work with so many prominent governors who were outstanding in character and very diligent in performance. From Bolaji Johnson to Jakonde to Mudashiru, not in that order. But the one that inspired me most was Jakonde. Yeah. His dedication, his passion for the people. That was what government of the people, for the people, by the people. Doing the greatest good to the greatest number. And you can hardly fault him. Up to today, there is no governor in the whole of the Federation that has performed even 50% of what he did.
Let us tap into your wealth of experience, sir. Why did people of that era perform so well and people now are underperforming?
It's training. They had this sort of training of dedication and perception from Awolowo, somehow from Zik, somehow from Ahmadu Bello. You know, governance is not grandstanding. It's not heroic. It is the people in your mind. What do you think you must do for the people to make them happy as Nigerians? Imagine public school at that time was the envy of everybody, because even private school collapsed into public schools, because at public school you get all the children will get every part of every school. I mean, books, exercise books, textbooks, school uniform, paid for by government.
We have lots of young people who listen to this show, and some of the thing that is confusing is that oftentimes I accuse people of your generation. They say, "Oh, you people had it all good, and now you're still in charge, despite promising us that the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. They are still in charge, and things are turning for the worse." So, what is it about your generation then, and with them still holding control, that has changed so much that they are not thinking the way they used to think?
It is exposure. It is experience. It is your conviction. Our days, the competition was in education, in community development, in what you can do to people. These days is money. How much money do you have? We worship money so much that we don't have time for anybody who is brilliant. And it is money that plays a bigger role in Nigeria today than ever before. Wow. So everybody is chasing money. No character. Nobody is exhibiting, community development. That the parents, where you come from, who are your parents, to be a pride to them, a pride to your nation. Yeah, our pride now is money.
Money. It's all about money. There was a time you gave out your numbers to the public to say, look, anywhere you notice bad roads, call my number, we'll fix it. Why don't we have people operating like that again? What has become of our roads, and why are we in this?
Can you believe that I was even invited to the BBC World Service in England to explain, why did you do this? Why did you give everybody your phone number? I am in service. And when you are in service, you must be able to contact me. But these days, people in power, you must not even know their phone number, not to talk of calling them. So why are you there?
How did you survive it? Because I can imagine giving out your number and having millions of Nigerians calling you.
It was very helpful. If there was an accident, somebody will call me. If there was a pothole anywhere in Nigeria,
time to take all these
calls? I will take the calls. What am I doing? That is why you are there. Wow. It is only these days you have ministers, governors, hiding. Why are you hiding?
Thank you very much, distinguished Senator. We'll take a break. We'll look and see what Binta Bhadmus is about unleashing on us, and we'll come back and continue this wonderful interview. It's the other news don't go anywhere. If you're just joining, make yourself comfortable at home. It's still the other news. As we get set to spend some time with Binta Bhadmus, my conversation with the distinguished Senator Ogunlewe will continue. You were this is sensitive now. You were arrested, released, and rearrested over the assassination of the late Funsho Williams. Okay, how do you feel that up till now the perpetrators of that crime are yet to be exposed? How do you feel about that?
They are not yet. It is not. They are exposed. Gradually, God has a way of punishing anybody who took life. There is no way you can survive it. If it's only 1 minute for you to die, you will repent and know that it is not good to kill, to survive. Wow. So whoever did that, God is watching. And the whole nation will know one day that this is the truth.
That is to say, nothing stays hidden forever.
Yes.
Why did you support then President Obasanjo's third-term bid?
If you ask Obasanjo, he will tell you he didn't have anything that is third term. So how could I have supported something that was not existing?
Yeah, but anyway, in the public domain, I mean, everybody has, most people have this impression that there was a third-term bid and that there were people who were, and you were one of those. Anyway, you said there was nothing like that, and how could you have supported?
It's perception. It depends on how close you are to the man to be able to see his body language, whether I wanted third term or not.
So what was his body language?
I didn't see it in him at all.
You didn't see it. Okay. But politicians hardly retire. But these days you seem to have taken a back seat in politics. You're not active as you used to be. Have you retired?
I can't retire from politics, but I'm not happy with what I'm seeing from politicians. It is disgraceful that we have so many people that are poor in this our nation. We have so many people that are illiterates. We cannot even attend the secondary schools we attended. Wow. Our children cannot. It's painful. The primary school I attended, it's not even possible for my child to pass through the place, not to talk of attending school there. The same thing in the secondary school. So what is something basic is wrong with black people?
What is the solution, sir?
I don't know.
What is the solution, sir?
Honestly,
what is the solution? Because we all seem to know the problems.
Not all of us went to public schools. Yeah. And it was a thing of pride to attend at that time government school. But now, if you tell anybody that I am attending public school, they would think either something is wrong with you or your parents have no money.
True. So how do we get out of this situation that we find ourselves?
I'm sorry, we are black people. There is hardly any hope. Oh. Believe it or not, at that time, even in Nigeria, Horsey College, Wally, CKC, Barewa College, King's College, Methodist Boys High School, Igbobi College. These were schools that could compete with any secondary school anywhere in the world.
You just said something that scared me now. You say we are black people, there's no hope. So do we become white now? I'm just thinking to get out of this situation. How do we get out?
If you see the pain in my heart, you will know that I just cannot. When I was in University of Ibadan,
I haven't been in leadership, sir. You haven't been in leadership. Sorry, not to cut your line of thought there. I haven't been in leadership. Senator, lawmaker, that's the highest level of lawmaking. You've been a minister, you've served in the public service. There must be an idea of how we can get ourselves out of this mess.
It's our constitution that is faulty. Once we get our constitution right, there may be hope. Why did I say so? Our constitution is a feudalist constitution. That is, you want to please some people to survive, while the remainder of you will suffer. You have concentrated money and power in the hands of 1% of the populace, and 99% are suffering badly.
So constitution review is the way forward.
Is the way forward. You have to restructure that constitution and give power to the local government so that they are the closest. I had a scholarship from Ikeja local government, primary school, secondary school, university, local government giving me scholarship.
Thank you very much, sir, for this wonderful insight. We appreciate you coming. Wow. What an insightful interview with Senator Ogunlewe. All right, don't go anywhere. It's the other news. The show continues. Lately, Nigeria's socio-political climate has been what some might call one kind. Yeah, for more of this, we head over to the other news weather center, where Binta Bhadmus is waiting for us.
Hello everyone, time for your weather update for this third week in April. I am your meteorologist Binta Bhadmus. We start off at the U.S. consulate, where a drought in visa approvals is leading to a heavy downpour of insults from disgruntled Nigerians, with temperatures ranging from shege degrees Celsius to anophia degrees in some regions. Thankfully, a few miles away at the Canadian Embassy, we see a spread of rumors indicating brighter atmospheric conditions of about 30 degrees Celsius, with the young, handsome, dreamy Prime Minister Justin Trudeau allegedly begging President Buhari for 1 million Nigerians. Take me, Justin, take me. Oh, sorry, just a rumor. Moving on to heat wave subsidy as it attempts to make a thunderous comeback after a 7-year hiatus, even as the federal government blows some we not go gree cool breeze in its direction to suit temperatures. Because when their mates in other countries were building refineries, they were waiting for... I digress. Over the FCT, we have confusing temperatures ranging from plus minus 0.7 million degrees to 19/2 gazillion degrees, with an articulate former presidential candidate battling hailstones of accusations hailing from Cameroon, in a similar terrain to that where a boo-boo was attacked with lava balls of accusations erupting from Sudan. Now over to northern Nigeria, where in Zamfara, temperatures are as high as 50 degrees Celsius, much too hot for human habitation. Citizens are advised to lay low until room temperature security is restored to that state. Now, environs in and around the northeast are experiencing a formation of dark clouds as a result of 3,500 children recruited by insurgents. As expected, the Nigerian government seems happy to see the fruit of their actions in educating Nigerian children. 12 million children out of school and counting. Meanwhile, in Lagos State, bullets still pouring down as SARS rainmakers attempt washing away foliage from Dada Forest. Residents are advised to prepare for a rip current, which will hopefully subside in the coming weeks. Over to you, okay?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Binta. This is where we draw the curtain on tonight's episode. Hope you had a wonderful time. I did. Well, you can be part of our live audiences by calling the numbers on your screen. And you can stick with us across all our social media platforms by following us at the Other News CTV. Our people say that the tree where no sabi dance will be taught by the wind. My name is Okey. Make una dance, make una dance.